Shalom. Want to start off souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Ka'akadash. Double honor to Apostle, great most and honors to brothers doing the work of the most on truth and in sincerity. Yahweh is a real name of whom the world inwardly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh. His real name is Yahweh. His on-street name is Yahushua. And when we pray Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning done, Sham meaning name. So this is a quick one, something I saw the other day, right? It says Italian Franca Viola was just 15, right? Which, according to our laws, that is, more than likely, she had more than likely at that point passed the flower of her age, right? I'm just going to grab this verse, Corinthians 7:36. But if any man think he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, right, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not, let him marry. And the flower of her age, that's basically representing, the fact that she's past puberty, right? She's had a menstrual, right? She's basically okay to be taken. Right now, we cannot stress enough, right? This is just what was in our custom, right? Don't be trying to go and do this now, right? Don't be trying to go do this now. Right, say, that man said to do it. No, this is just what our custom was, right? But yeah, just that age, right? But it says, goes on to say, when she became engaged to a 23-year-old Filippo Melodia. However, Melodia's involvement in criminal activities led to Viola breaking off the relationship. Right, it says after Melodia's release from prison, he sought to reconcile with Viola. He was like, yeah, man, that's my thing. Right, because basically at this point they were betrothed according to the scriptures, right? In Deuteronomy the 22nd chapter speaks about a woman that is betrothed. Okay, so it says enraged by her refusal to take him back. Jealousy is the rage of a man. That's what scripture says, right? And in the spirit, that was his woman, right? And then what would consummate that? What's the word I'm looking for? What would consummate that marriage was through the act of sex, right? Exodus 22:16, right? It says Melodia orchestrated Viola's kidnapping in the early hours of December 26, 1965. She was held against her will for 8 days, and he took it, right? So during this period in Italy, rape was considered a crime against public morality and not against the individual, and it was customary for people that committed it to marry their victims, right? Many victims succumbed to this tradition due to societal pressure, as it was considered dishonorable for a woman not to marry the man that took her virginity. Furthermore, those guys were forgiven if they married their victims, right? So I'm just reading it like that because I just remembered these sentences, right? And I just same account, just with tad little bits of different information, right? So here you see, of course, Sicilian, right? And then just this point down here, right? So the trial had a wide resonance in Italy as Viola's behavior clashed with traditional social conventions in southern Italy, whereby a woman would lose her honor if she didn't marry the man to whom she had lost her virginity, right? And where do we hear that, right? What does that remind you of? That reminds you of basically the law, okay, right? Which this is further proven that you're gonna have a load of Israelites that are down there, right, in southern Italy, right? Because ultimately Israel scattered all over, right? But we speak about the Sicilians a lot, right? So you're looking at one of the laws, right, written of in the scriptures, right, and you're seeing a particular action, right, which makes me think of this one. This is Romans 2:14. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves. Okay, so basically saying there are certain things that they do because it's in them, right? Just like how you go to the west coast of Africa, so-called Africa, right, Ghana, Nigeria, right, you have certain areas where the boys will be circumcised on the 8th day. Right? They don't fully understand why they're doing that. They just do it, okay? And then come to find out, brothers then come in the camp. He's like, oh, was that why I was circumcised on the 8th day? And I'm just going to grab this, just going to grab the law and close it out. Right, it's Deuteronomy 22:28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, i.e. she's not been promised into marriage, okay, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, right, which lay hold, right, H610, right, to catch, handle, lay hold, take hold of, seize, right, so to be seized, to be taken. All right, so then lie with us. So he took her, and then he took it. All right, it says, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because she hath humbled her, because he hath humbled her. He may not put her away all his days. Right, and that's it's pretty simple. It's not that deep, right? But this is it. It's what apostles speak about all the time, right? These individuals that are bucking up have just been in America too long, been in the West too long, right? This is just what it is. Hey, there's certain things in the law, just in general, right, that are quote unquote a hard saying, right? However, it is what it is. That's the law, right? These are our customs, right? And it's just the fact that in this world is against our customs in its entirety, right? So, like I said, just a quick one. Until next time, we say shalom.